Wind, as powerful as I feel, as deep down in my soul. Breath, as transcendence never learned, as tumultuous as my fall. Beat, as cadence rhythm flows, as water runs you down. Spirit, as sensational emotions can be, as long as I am. Death, as dreamy my sleep was, as life had no meaning. Hello, everybody. How the fuck you doing? Happy Labor Day, and welcome to the episode 8 of Generation Rising. That was some poetry from the one and only Mr. Dion. Oh yeah, don't all clap at once, alright? It was freaking fantastic. Anyways, how's your week been going? Has it been going great? Alright, good. I'm glad to hear. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to try to keep this shorter than last week's episode, where me and Mr. Lee, we try to tackle climate change, and hope you guys listen to it, and I want you guys to listen to it because I want you guys to be part of the conversation, knowing that it's the biggest issue of our time, by far, bar none. And he actually just recently sent me an article 2 days ago about the real world effects that it's actually having in the Deep South. Now, I'm not going to cover that in the show because I figured me and him could tackle that together, but I read it and it's pretty startling stuff. How people right now, as I've already said in other episodes of other people, and there's still more people that we just keep finding all over the entire world, and even in the United States that are starting to sense and feel the whole climate change thing, and the mere fact of any of us believing that we're not going to be touched by this is completely ignorant and absurd. So, yeah, I've had a good week. I'm brewing some coffee right now. So I'm going to have to pause this bitch and then I'll go get some coffee and then come back when it's ready. So if you hear a break, which you will, I'm going to have a cup of Java. It's early in the morning, alright? I'm tired. Get off my back. Alright, so yeah, I got one thing I want to cover. An article I found in the New York Times about the incarceration. So we're going to tackle that issue. I'm going to go blah, 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 blah on that. And then I'm going to tell you some plans that I have for the future. This thing it's starting to work out really nice. You know what I mean? I just got to figure out a way to branch out there and get more people, following, which I'm going to work on very hard here in the next coming weeks. But I've been surrounded by a lot of good people. A lot of people that I wouldn't really have realized would have came out and tried to help with the show are actually stepping out there, and they want to say stuff, and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. The future for once in my life is looking very bright. Not to be depressing, but it's looking really good, and I'm glad for anybody who wants to lend a hand. I'm glad for any criticism. I welcome it all, man. I really do. I'm not one of those guys who's going to just break down, if one of you guys calls me an idiot and I'm just going to just run into my room and go shoot up some heroin and snort some lines of coke, just fuck it all, man. They think I'm an idiot on Facebook. Oh my God, my life's fucked. No, I'm not. So I welcome all criticism. I welcome all acclaim. I welcome everybody, man. I mean, I'm not here to talk over you. I'm here to just be a guy talking with you. Like I told you in past episodes, so we don't even need to cover that because you guys are going to already know this by the time you get here if you listen to episode 1 through 8, which I hope you do, but if you don't, I understand. So yeah, a friend of mine recently approached me about a topic that he wants to cover, and I'm going to put him on blast right now so we make sure that we do this for sure. But yeah, we want to cover the how insanely hard it is for people of middle incomes and low incomes to try to eat healthy. So we are going to do some data compiling, and we are going to go out there in the American public where there's lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and we are going to try to figure this out firsthand of what the hell is going on and why is it so hard. And next thing you know, I'm gonna get contacted by huge right wing groups telling me I'm a pussy and I need to pull myself up by my bootstraps and all that stuff. But we'll deal with that when the time comes, okay? Now with this episode, I did actually want to cover another one of my heroes on this segment I'm doing. Just going over my heroes and the people who vastly influenced my life and all that. And I wanted to do Christopher Hitchens, but I didn't get around to compiling as much data. And when I undertake a hero of mine, I really want to do him a service. I don't want to be biased completely. I don't want to spew out wrong information. I don't just want to gloss him over and just say a couple things and move on about it. I really want to get into it. Recently, actually, last night, before, I'm so glad this actually even happened, you guys know Mother Teresa was declared a saint or something. I really didn't even read into it because I really didn't, honestly, I didn't care, not a big deal, not a big fan. And it wasn't because that I just, thought she was terrible or anything. I just, whatever. I'm not a Catholic. I'm not a Christian. I don't really give a shit. But, it came up on my feed, my YouTube feed, that Christopher Hitchens was actually, well, no. I think it was on the Pathos page on Facebook. But there was a documentary that he did back in 1994 called Hell's Angel. And, yeah, man, he put a big spin on her. Oh, boy, he attacked her big time. Dude, he was a beast, man. Just attacking people left and right and just leaving them, oh, my God, leaving them in trash. He's a beast. He's a person that is sorely missed by me. Damn it. The book just in its own right, God is not great. Now, I've started to read it, and it's a huge undertaking of a book. But, man, it's just good. He's a fantastic writer, just brilliant, logic, and just, oh, man. So, yeah, I'm going to eventually do a show about him for sure, get into it. Yeah, so I want to do that. Like I said, my buddy, we want to do the thing about the groceries and stuff. Trying to find a couple artists out there. I know somebody's going to help me make the intro and the outro music, which is a wonderful thing that I desperately need. But I need some work and help on the art. I mean, my art's kind of cool. You know what I mean? But it's just like not like where I want it. I'm not good at it. I'm not a good drawing artist guy. I'm good at the writing part and the talking part and that part. I'm not good at the whole doodling. I draw stick figures, and it still looks fucking terrible. I still can't even draw a good stick figure. Well, woe is me. Okay, I think that coffee's ready, so excuse me for a minute, folks. Thank you. Okay, so where the hell was I? I got my coffee. I got my Java. Fucking drinking coffee in the morning. Oh man, I gotta cut that out. Fuck. Anyways, okay, so as we all know, it's Labor Day. Yay! Day off. Everybody's happy. Let's do our part and let's thank a worker. We're always thanking the soldiers, which I have no problem with. Let's thank them as much as possible. But can we show some love and respect for the tireless workers of this country? That's a good thing that we have this 3-day weekend for, the fruits of our labor come to fruition and nobody really wants to care about it. Anybody who works, thank them. I'm going to thank everybody today. If I know you work. I don't even care if you're working on the table. If you're working, I'm going to thank you. Because we think that we're so far ahead and removed from certain aspects of where we come from. It was like around 100 years ago that 10 and 11-year-old boys were working in coal mines 60 to 70 hours a week for pennies on the dollar to barely buy a loaf of bread for their family. It was less than 60 years ago that we were sicking dogs on people of color and putting fire hoses on them. I watched those videos. Dude, fire hoses? Like, how is that a thing? Like, those things they gotta hurt. I would assume they'd be close to like a pressure washer, wouldn't they? I don't know, man. But I'm just saying we're not as evolved and as far away from who we once were. Like, we're getting better, and that's good that we're on the right track. But if anybody says that we made it or like we're good enough, no man, like we gotta press it forward. We gotta hit that gas pedal. We gotta be progressive as hell and shoot off into the stars, man. Oh well, bro, that's some hippie shit, man. Chill that out. Okay, sorry. We got to press the gas pedal down, go 5 miles over the speed limit. You know, we're not trying to push it. We don't want to, get a cop on our ass, get a speeding ticket. So we'll take it slow then. We don't have to shoot off this space yet. We can cruise 5 or 7 miles, no more than 7 over the speed limit. So 35, go 42. Don't go 43, go 44 because you're gonna get pulled over, man. And then we're gonna go back to fucking spraying people down. And then we're gonna go back to work in the coal mines. All right. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, man, I did cover this article. It was posted by the New York Times. Josh Keller and Adam Pierce were the writers of it, and boy, did they do a fantastic job. So all the credit to these guys. They did the hard nitty gritty work, and I'm just talking shit about it. And they're the guys, man. They're awesome. But they did a study on the highest incarceration rate in the county in the nation is Dearborn County, Indiana. Now, for all of you people who don't know where that is, because you don't give a shit where it is, who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck about it. Well, let's bring it out to fruition because apparently it's doing a terrible job. So, it's on the southeastern part of the state. It's like, I don't know what they say, like 30 minutes from Cincinnati. So it's like it's in the southeast corner of the state. And they have a 1 in 10 incarceration rate, 10%. That is ridiculously high. Okay, so they go into depth with this one guy, Donnie Gaddis, who sold 15 oxycodone pills to an undercover. And the guy got 12 years in prison, where if he was 10 or 20 minutes to the right, in Cincinnati, we got a maximum of 6 months. And the whole basis of the article is trying to expose the fact that all big metropolitan areas, including New York City, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, any big metropolitan area, they're putting policy in order to bring incarceration levels down because they realize it's a burden on the society. It costs a lot of money to incarcerate people and put people in the prison system, and it doesn't really benefit them. The problem with our prison system is it is based on the fact of extreme punishment. It is not based in any part, as you'll see when I go over this, it doesn't want to do anything to rehabilitate a person. So I have a quote here. Prison admissions in counties with fewer than 100,000 people have risen even with the rate of crime falling. So the rate of crime has been falling for years now. And the cities, they're on task. They see that. So they're like, oh, we got to do something. Let's not put drug people in there. Let's not give them felonies. Let's not screw up their lives. Let's only save it for extreme cases of aggravated assault and people who actually hurt people and people who actually really devastated other people's lives by their actions, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, if you're killing people or if you're raping people or if you're doing things to harm the public, yeah, you should do some time in jail. So, I don't think you're going to find any person in the world that's going to be like, no, don't do that, So let's focus on the things that we can agree upon. We all agree upon that. I mean, we're all pissed off that Brock Turner only did 3 months for raping a girl. I mean, we're all mad about that. I haven't found any person that's not mad about that, but I'm pretty sure you guys are out there. They got quotes in the interview. The elected prosecutor, and this dude, man, I can't even get us started on this guy. But his name is Aaron Negengard. Deserves no fucking respect, man. This is a quote from right here. I am proud of the fact that we send more people to jail than any other counties. That's how we keep it safe here. Oh, man. They elected this guy. They really did. They went out of their way. They held a fucking election, and they elected this piece of shit. This dude is low, man. This dude is freaking low. Like, in the article, like, he is the head of the police force. He is the head of all this other shit. Like, he's got unlimited amounts of power to pick apart people, to put them away for ungodly amounts of time, where in just other places of this country, you are going to do way less time. Like, and that's the logic killer for me in a society. My dream ideal society is a place where if you want to have laws mandated, of course, for the betterment of society, I get that. But I just don't understand. I do not get the fact that if you do a crime, I don't even care the world. If you do a crime over here, you get a certain time. But if you were on this piece of grass over here, you get a different time. And if you were on this piece of grass over here, you get a different time. It just, why does it matter what piece of grass you're doing the crime on? Like, the crime is the crime. You did the crime. So it should be a blanket thing. It should be a blanket. Like, I don't know how to put that into policy. I don't even know if that makes any sense in government. I don't. But it blows my mind rationally and logically as a species, and we're trying to, do something. We're trying to progress ourselves, and we're living into the future. I don't understand that. That really angers me how this man, like, if he would have just been over in Cincinnati selling drugs to an undercover agent over there, 6 months. Like, I don't know, and I think that's honestly I think that's good. I think 6 months is fine. But, you're over here in our town, you come here peddling our drugs in our town, boy, and you're going to get 12 years, 6 years? He's going to do 6 years? For what? For selling pills? Come on, man. Do they not see the heroin epidemic that's going on in the nation? Everybody is addicted to pills. Everybody is addicted to pills. It's fucking crazy. The numbers are staggering. The addiction rates in this country that we have to painkillers. And here's a problem that I just don't have, okay, that I really have. Why do we view drug addicts as criminals? You act like people grow up and the teacher gets in front of the class and they're all like, "Oh, Johnny, what do you want to be when you grow up?" "Oh, I want to be a crackhead. I want to smoke crack in the back of an alley somewhere as I'm sucking somebody off to get a fucking $5 rock." What the fuck? A lot of these times these people come into these situations in sheer desperation and the unwilling and able to be stupid. Yeah, of course. Yes, we're not removing the blame from them. Nobody's saying, "Oh, just forget about it, just blah, 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 blah." No, 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 no. But I'm saying you're creating a perpetual cycle by giving these people a rap sheet and then having them just throw them back out with their addiction not even worked out and expecting them to somehow make a difference in society or try to do something productive in society. I know plenty of friends of mine, too many to count, and I've only been out of high school for 6 years that have already committed suicide or OD'd off of heroin. This stuff, this drug addiction, this follows me. This is very personal to me. I know a ton of people with the same issue, and it even goes into depth even more in this article that in order to make sure that they had enough room in these prisons, and in order to make sure that they were able to process these people accordingly, this insane rate, they spent $11 million to expand the courthouse. They spent $11.5 million to double the size of the local jail. Now here's where stuff gets crazy. 225 of the 250 inmates have addiction problems. This is a quote from the judge in this county. But the drug treatment can only serve 40 of the 225. So what looks to me as a simple order of things, they know for a fact that these people have addiction issues. But instead of rehabilitating them so they can eventually go out and continue to live their lives, they're just held up in a pen. And the elected prosecutor, he knows this. And he said, I didn't get the quote, but he said something along the lines of like, "We can't let them out. They're bad people." So you are basically running a prison industrial complex to the max in this one county. And this is not just happening in Dearborn County, Indiana. This is obviously the biggest one, which took the head of the article. But this is happening in vast swaths of amounts across the rural areas of this country, where judge and prosecutors have unlimited amounts of power without any outside inconvenience whatsoever. That's a terrifying thing to me. I mean, like, so, Sam's fucking speeding down in Texas, right? Whatever. I don't know the laws down there, but Sam's speeding, going 20 miles over. I get pulled over. Fuck, what am I doing? 3 to 4 months just because I get on somebody's bad side? And I'm white? So what if somebody's black and they just come across this old crazy southern judge is like, "Oh, you fucking people come from Chicago trying to bring your guns and drugs." And, I didn't bring guns and drugs. I just sped. "Oh, well, you could have. So take a ear." It's just people trying to swing their dicks, man. That's all it is. They're just trying to swing their big cocks in everybody's faces, and it's fucking disgusting. That Aaron Negangard, I hope that this podcast comes across anybody in Dearborn County This dude's a monster. He's not making your community safer. He's not making your community better. He is eventually perpetuating a cycle of mass incarceration on the highest level. He is not looking at drug addicts as people. He's looking at them as criminals, which is fucking insane. You do not believe in science. You do not believe in public health. You are just in your own little bubble, and you got your little power, and you got your nice little desk, and your nice little corner office, and you probably got the little top floor, so you see your little shitty fucking town of wherever the fuck you're at, and you just like, oh, man, I'm doing the best that I can for my fucking country or whatever. I don't know. I can't even get in the minds of you. I can't. That's sickening to me. That like I said, we cannot look. You cannot look at drug addiction as criminals. You can't. They have issues. They need to be resolved. They need to be helped. And if you can spend $22.5 million in tax money to just build a bigger building so you can just hold vast amounts of people, dude, and you just completely ignore them, and your drug treatment program can handle less than 15% of them, you're disgusting. You're unethical. You're immoral. I'm calling you out. You're a despot in disguise. You are a demagogue in fucking sheep's clothing. You are a bad American. You are a bad American. Not fucking Colin Kaepernick, who has a good point on things. You are Aaron Negengard. You're a bad American. And not only are you bad American, you're a bad person. Open your eyes. Read a fucking book or something, okay? See things for what they truly and really are. Why do people carry these blind spots when they have positions of power? I want to know, and I want to get people on here so I can figure this shit out. It seems like this man, who obviously was an elected prosecutor, so I think, he has to have a law degree, right? So he has to, went through law school. He's had to gone through, our institutions of education. And all of a sudden he just gets bigger and he's like, oh yeah, fucking drug addicts, man. Yeah, drug addiction is a problem in this country, but the way that we go about handling it it's not going to work. The war on drugs was won by drugs. It hasn't been won by us. It will never be won by us. You are not going to tell people what they can and cannot do with their bodies. That will never, ever happen. You're not. I don't care if you're the hardest, most traditionalist, most conservative person in the world. Your God, Jesus, will not wipe the streets clean. Oh, don't you tell me what Jesus can and can't do, sir. He does wonders. He does miracles. And how dare you blaspheme his name? Get out of your fairy tale. Wake the fuck up. You put your shoes on the same way I put my shoes on. That's not going to fucking happen. Okay? You want to say that Satan and devil inspired and devil worshipped or whatever? Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay. Yeah, so I got a lot more topics I want to get into. I'm very looking forward to, on a lighter note of things, Amon and Martha's coming into town here in the next month or so, and I got Black Dahlia Murder on tour with some people. Oh, yeah. So if anybody's in the Chicagoland area who listens to this podcast, dude, let's go to the show, man. Let's do it. Let's rock a hard, bro. Bro, do you even live, bro? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Bruh. Alright, man. Yeah, I'm fucking getting slap happy over here with my goddamn Java. It's getting me all fucking pent up frustrations, I swear. Okay. So on another note, I'm going to gloss this over because this doesn't deserve any of my time. It doesn't deserve any of your time, so I'm not going to fucking mess your day up as you try to barbecue with your family like I'm going to do, alright? There was a huge article, I don't even understand how this is a thing. I don't understand how Michelle Bachmann can be a foreign policy advisor to anybody, okay? And she was saying something along the lines of she was on CBN, the Christian Broadcast Network, that, yeah, we're not even going to touch that. It's one hell of a Nobel laureate journalism thingy stuff. But anyways, yeah, she's like, oh, it's the last. I'm doing a terrible job at covering this, but I just don't give a shit. I can't even begin to get into the ignorance of this. But she's all like, oh, well, this is. She just got back from Jesus Land, so what is that? Jerusalem or something? Yeah, it's Jerusalem. So yeah, she just got back over here, and she does this video interview with this guy, and she's talking, and she's like, oh man, this is the last election, so if people don't You know, she always does this. I think she's done this and plenty of times in the past where she just like says like Armageddon is coming. Like that's just a thing. Like Armageddon is here. Like if you guys don't vote Trump in, who was chosen by God, God went out of his way and picked through the swaths of people, and he picked Donald Trump. What, dude? God, lay off the sugar, bruh. You're doing something wrong, man. I mean, shit, dude. You had all these people, 16 of you guys that were lined up. I mean, you guys out there, man. Mike Huckabee, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, John Kasich, man. You guys all just got to be like, dude, you guys got to question yourselves. You guys got to. You guys got to look down at your Bible and be like, man, maybe this shit's off, man. Because come on, man. You guys know for a fact. I don't like you guys, but you guys still know for a fact that you guys are way better than Donald Trump. Dude, holy shit. Like, seriously, the God of your Bible picked him over you. And you should seriously question him on that. It's 25 minutes. All right, I think that's good enough. I'm going to have a good day. I hope all of you have a good day. Hope all of you get out there and fucking get out there in life and keep creating your music. Like I always say, keep creating your art. Keep the conversation going about important issues. Don't get sidetracked, okay? There's always this big thing with the media. They're always trying to sidetrack you with some shit like the Colin Kaepernick thing. It's not that fucking big of a deal. The guy's just expressing himself. If you have a problem with expression, which a lot of you do, grow up. Grow up, okay? The man just wants to express himself. He wants to bring light to an idea, to a thing that's been happening personally to him. Can you blame him? How many of you would love to do that? Because all of you out there, all of you who are against it, are trying to make this fucking thing about you. And it's not about you. It's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. So stop trying to put your opinions in it and make it like, you're offending my father who fought the Viet. No, 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 no. You're offending him by speaking such ignorance. Okay? It's none of your damn business. Stay the hell out of it. Support it, don't support it, but don't fucking call him out as a fucking race-hating, belligerent, anti-American, fucking Satanist guy. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. So, good night. I love you. Hopefully we're going to have another person on so you don't just hear me blabble away and just fucking tear shit up. But I'm going to enjoy this coffee. I got to get the hell out of here. I got to go grocery shopping. I got to buy a lot of shit. I got to buy fucking toothpaste. I got to buy fucking soap. I got to buy things, people. Do you understand? All right, seriously. Done with the comedy. In all seriousness, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Love you. Bye.